Hey guys, today I'm going to do the unboxing and overview of the Beyerdynamic MMX 330 Pro. This is a gaming headset released by Beyerdynamic, which is a German headphone brand dating back, I would say 100 years actually. So yeah, Beyerdynamic, they're a German company that's been making microphones at first, and they still make microphones now. They're well known for both their microphones and headphones, and they have a pretty historic background. But yeah, lately they've been making gaming headsets as well to kind of appeal to the gaming crowd. I would say the major difference is just they take their studio level headphones, like the DT700 for example, and they add like a microphone to it, as you guys can see on the picture here. And they have the MMX 300, which is a closed back version already, and this is their newest one, which is the 330, which is an open back version. For those of you guys who don't know the differences between open back and closed back headphones, I would say the TLDR is that closed back headphones, they don't leak any sound, they don't disturb people around you. But open back headphones, although they leak a little bit of sound, they do give you a wider sound stage usually. So they do sound a little bit better. For me, since I game at home alone most of the time, I don't really worry about disturbing others. So yeah, I went with the open back version. This is their newest gaming headset as well, 330 Pro. And it retails for about $330, I believe, US. This is made in Germany. I think for Beyerdynamic, once you get above 300, all their stuff tends to be made in Germany. So it should be pretty good quality. And yeah, overall Beyerdynamic is fairly well known among audiophiles. I would say maybe not so much around the general public. They're not quite as well known as their German rival Sennheiser, but they've been around just as long. So anyways, yeah, let's take a look here. Why did I get a gaming headset? Well, because for me, I don't actually have any gaming headsets. Whenever I do gaming, I actually use a USB microphone at home, and then when I go traveling, I actually don't really bring anything. And that's an issue, right? Those of you guys who are seeing my recent gaming videos on my channel, and my microphone might have sounded pretty bad. And the reason is because I didn't bring my USB microphone since it takes up a lot of space in my backpack. So, and I didn't have a gaming headset. So I ended up having to use the built-in microphone on my laptop, which is not good. That's not a very good quality microphone. So yeah, you guys might have been hearing a lot of my videos, my gaming videos, especially over the last 2 months, being pretty bad quality for the microphone. So yeah, I didn't have a gaming headset. Having a gaming headset would be nice for traveling, I would say. And just overall, it's easier to set up than, just like the USB microphone is better quality, I would say, than the built-in boom mic here. But then you gotta carry around something extra that will take up space. So there's pros and cons. At home, I definitely prefer using a USB mic. But yeah, I realized that if you just need to game somewhere without carrying that much equipment, then it's better just to bring a gaming headset that has a built-in mic. Still going to be a much better sounding mic, even though it's not going to be like as good as a USB mic, but it's going to be a better sounding mic than, you know, built-in laptop microphones. Alright, so now let's open up the box and see what we get with it. Here we go. Alright, so the Beyerdynamic MMX 330 Pro. This is their latest gaming headset. As always, Beyerdynamic always builds their headset really well, so it just feels really solid. This is also made in Germany, and I appreciate that Beyerdynamic doesn't just reserve their made in Germany headphones for their higher end stuff. Like, this is not really that high end. It's like 300 bucks, so it's like, you know, it's not like as high end as their flagship T1 and T5 headphones, but they still make these in Germany just like their high-end headphones. So I appreciate that Beyerdynamic even makes their lower end stuff still in Germany, and generally very good build quality. So yeah, I can see Beyerdynamic here, and in general, Beyerdynamic headphones have always been very comfortable. I felt that way ever since I wore my first Beyerdynamic headphone back in 2013. I think it was the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros, right? Back then, and I thought those were one of the most comfortable headphones I ever wore, and it's the same is true today. Like I feel like Beyerdynamic and Dan Clark Audio, these are the two brands I've never felt like they had any issue with comfort. They've always been very comfortable to wear. So yeah, nice padding here. I don't think it's real leather or anything like that, some kind of faux leather, but yeah, it's done pretty well. I mean, it's pretty comfortable, soft to the touch. So anyways, yeah, they always make through their headbands and ear pads, give you a lot of comfort. You got velour, soft velour ear cups right here, feel really nice. So yeah, I have no doubt that these are going to feel just as nice and comfortable as all other Beyerdynamic headphones I've tried in the past. So yeah, Beyerdynamic and Dan Clark, as I mentioned, probably the two brands I'm familiar with that have all their headphones have pretty much been comfortable whenever I wear them. And yeah, otherwise it looks pretty similar to their DT700 Pro X that I reviewed earlier this year, but yeah, this one has an open back as well. So because this is like the open back version of the MMX 300 Pros, so yeah, those ones are closed back, and these ones like the open back versions of it. So when you're playing games and stuff like that, this should give you like a bit of more soundstage compared to wearing the MMX 300s. Yeah. Anyways, it does look like one of their DT700 headphones. It's just the major difference being this microphone right here, right? So that's how you really know that, oh, it's for gaming, right? You have this microphone that swivels down. It's not detachable or anything, but this quality should be pretty good because Beyerdynamic is also a manufacturing of microphones too. So yeah, just like Audio-Technica and AKG and a few other brands, Sennheiser as well. Like a few other brands, they make both headphones and microphones. So Beyerdynamic has expertise in both, so these microphones should be pretty good. I have some high hopes for that too. But yeah, I'll test them both later on. For this headset, I'm going to be, I'll be using a sound test as usual to test the sound quality, but I'll also be testing the microphone out as well, because this is one of the main reasons I got this headphone, right? It's a gaming headset, which means that it comes with a built-in microphone. Otherwise, it looks just like any other Beyerdynamic DT, 700 series headphones, just the major difference being this boom mic right here. And then you have this I think is this 3.5 millimeter? It's anyways, this is looks like a connector that we'll see in the box here. It connects to it. Should be Beyerdynamic's regular connector that they use with all their headphones. But yeah, this is the MMX 330 Pro Quick Start Guide. Thank you for selecting our gaming headset. Yeah, so it's a 2.5 millimeter with two 3.5 millimeter jack plugs. So okay, yeah, so 2.5 with two 3.5 millimeter. Okay, and one adapter for consoles. How to connect the cable, change the ear pads, you can do that. You can adjust the mic boom. And you can also change the headband pad as well. In fact, Beyerdynamic makes all their headphones like very easy to disassemble, so that you can always swap out the parts and stuff. So you can own one of these for a very long time, because if a part breaks, you can just swap it out. So they really design their products to last a while. Yeah, because you can always interchangeable parts, right? If a part breaks, you just swap it out, get a new one. So in theory, this can make it last quite a while. So that's good that they thought of that. Let's see. Should have the cable here though, which is going to be inside here. Okay, that's where this is. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is the cable. Interesting. Oh, this is probably for the microphone, right? Yeah. So this being a gaming headset, this is the other difference between using this and a regular old headphones. This one has probably volume adjuster here for the mic. And yeah, you have two connectors here that goes to one 2.5 millimeter, is that right? And these go to 3.5 millimeter. Yeah, okay. So I see. Yeah, so one of these is going to go to the headphone, and the other one is going to plug into your 3.5 millimeter jack. Now, most phones these days don't come with headphone jacks anymore, but you can always buy adapters for them, right? Most laptops will still come with headphone jacks, of course. So yeah, I'm going to be testing that out. So I believe, is this at the end that goes into the headphone? I think this might be the end that goes in the headphone. Yeah, anyways, I'll test it out. First, I'll do a sound test for you guys, just to show you guys what it sounds like and give you guys my subjective opinions of the headphone, because these should be good for listening to music as well, because this Beyerdynamic, right, their storied brand, just for audiophile level headphones, not just for gaming consumers, of course. So I'll be using it to listen to music and tell you guys my subjective opinions, and I'll do a sound comparison test. And compare it to probably the DT700 Pro X is probably the closest one I can compare it to that I've listened to before, because they're around the same price range. They're both made by the same company. They both came out recently. In fact, they both use the same drivers as well, right? The Stella 75 drivers, I think. So yeah, they use the same drivers by the same company, around the same price range. I think it's good to compare it to the DT700 Pro X, even though that one's closed back. And then I'll test out the microphone as well. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned on my thoughts about the Beyerdynamic MMX 330 Pro gaming headset. Alright, so now I've tested this headset out for a bit, the Beyer MMX 330 Pros, and overall I have to say they're pretty good just for listening to music and stuff, and for watching movies is pretty good as well, as you would expect for a headset like this from Beyerdynamic. I have tested the DT700 Pro X, which I said is probably the closest comparison to this out of the headphones I've listened to. That's a closed back and probably more similar to the MMX 300 Pro. However, the 330 Pro, because it's the open back version, I feel like it's going to be fairly similar between this and the MMX 300 Pro. Just this one has a bit more soundstage because it's open back. Compared to DT700 Pro X, I think that's a very good headphone, especially for the price, $300. And similar in price to this one. I would say this one has a bit more bass, and probably the MMX 300 Pro also has a bit more bass as well, maybe because they're geared towards gamers. A bit more bass, but overall, I do like the balance of the mids and the treble. I think these are pretty similar to DT700 Pro X, which is already pretty good. So overall, I think sound quality wise, this is probably one of the best gaming headsets in its class. Yeah, it's got the same drivers as the DT700 Pro X, which is already pretty good. And overall, just a bit of pushed up bass compared to the DT700 Pro X, but otherwise pretty good, and the soundstage is actually a bit more because it's open back. So overall, I think these are really good headphones for just the sound quality alone. If you're planning to be using like an external microphone, like I'm going to be actually comparing the built-in mic here to the Blue Yeti Nano mic, which is this has been my external microphone for a while. If you're planning on using an external microphone and you're not looking for a headset, then I would just recommend getting the DT700 Pro X and then getting this external microphone instead. But if you want to have a headset, then for me, when I'm traveling, I want to, I don't want to bring just like a bulky external microphone along with me. That's why I got this headset, right? So it's just easier for me. This is going to be mainly for traveling or going to my friend's place or my brother's place for playing games, and that's when it's a bit better to have a headset because I don't have to bring a bulky microphone along with me. Otherwise, normally if I'm going to be at home, I'll just probably use my external microphone. But yeah, overall, do you like the sound quality on this? It's got a bit of a bass push, but other than that, pretty similar to DT700 Pro X, which I like a lot already. I said the DT700 Pro X is probably one of the best sounding headphones of its price range. So anyways, yeah, that means it's gotten a thumbs up from me, basically. This is a $300 gaming headset. For the sound quality, thumbs up, right? Beyerdynamic, using the same drivers, the stellar drivers that they used on their DT700 Pro X series. It's a good take, I think. I think that those drivers have been pretty good, and I liked it before. So yeah, these ones just have a bit more soundstage because it's open back. So anyways, can't go wrong with those drivers. I think these are pretty good for music, for gaming, for movies, just for overall anything. So yeah, sound quality wise, at this price range, I think these are pretty good, especially for a gaming headset. Now, microphone, I'm going to test on the microphone now. Actually, I'm going to use Audacity to record this. And I'm going to actually record just a sentence I'm going to read. A paragraph, actually. I'm going to read a paragraph into this boom mic, and then I'm going to read it into this external microphone so you guys can kind of, you guys can kind of listen for differences, right? This external microphone should sound better because it's an external microphone. This is a Blue Yeti Nano, which costs like $75 by itself. So I think the external microphone should sound better, but I'm curious to see how good this built-in boom mic is as well. So, all right, I'm just going to read a sample paragraph, and yeah, you guys can hear the differences. So first, I'm going to be speaking into this boom mic, and then I'll speak into the external mic here. Inspired by the mystical lore of the elite warring tribe known as the Mandalorians comes the Ebon Razor. This meticulously crafted lightsaber hilt was designed with one purpose, to bring honor to the mythical group of warriors from the Outer Rim. We created this hilt for optimal feel in the modern warrior's hands who dare to wield such a significant weapon. Its craftsmanship represents the precision and yet diverse values that permeated the Mandalorian culture and code. The Ebon Razor represents the Mandalorians' unyielding perseverance and willingness to endure. Inspired by the mystical lore of the elite warring tribe known as the Mandalorians comes the Ebon Razor. This meticulously crafted lightsaber hilt was designed with one purpose, to bring honor to the mythical group of warriors from the Outer Rim. We created this hilt for optimal feel in the modern warrior's hands who dare to wield such a significant weapon. Its craftsmanship represents the precision and yet diverse values that permeated the Mandalorian culture and code. The Ebon Razor represents the Mandalorians' unyielding perseverance and willingness to endure. Alright guys, so that's it. That was the mic test. Let me know what you feel about that. I think that the boom mic is good enough. It's not as good as an external mic, obviously, but you're talking about a headset mic, right? So as far as headset mics go, yeah, it's not too bad. And the sound quality is pretty good, especially for a gaming headset. So yeah, overall, I think I'm going to recommend the Beyerdynamic MMX 330 Pro. I think it's a very solid gaming headset at its price range. The thing is, I have held out buying gaming headsets for a long time just because I was very skeptical about the sound quality. But nowadays you have, yeah, it's usually made by gaming companies like SteelSeries and Corsair and Logitech, right? And I didn't really trust the sound quality out of those. But these days you have traditional headphone companies like Sennheiser and Beyerdynamic and Master and Dynamic entering the game as well. So that makes me interested in Audis too. Yeah, I also tested out the Audis Maxwell, which a lot of people love as well. So yeah, overall, I'm recommending the Beyerdynamic MMX 330 Pro. I think as far as gaming headsets go, the boom mic is very solid. I mean, Beyerdynamic is also a microphone company, so it's pretty solid, and the sound quality is also very good as well. They're a headphone company, and they've been making headphones for a long time as well. And it's the same drivers they use on their acclaimed DT700 Pro X's, which I said was one of the best sounding headphones in its price range. So you build off of that technology, you add a boom mic, and keep it around the same price. Actually, it's still about $30. So it's really just like $30 over the DT700 Pro X. Yeah, overall, pretty solid, I would say. So I recommend this as a gaming headset because it's not only good for gaming, but listening to music and movies as well. So you get a pretty good headphone, and then on top of that, you got a decent built-in microphone as well. So, what's not to love? Plus, it's very, very comfortable, as you would expect from Beyerdynamic. I can wear this for hours, and that's really another thing that you should take into consideration when you're buying gaming headsets, because a lot of people game for sessions that can last hours, and comfort's an important thing as well. And Beyerdynamic has always been known for how comfortable their headsets are, and I think that's why a lot of people use Beyers for gaming anyways, even before they made a gaming headset. So yeah, they're just very, very comfortable headphones, good sound quality, and a decent mic. So and the price is also very attractive as well, I think. So that's it, guys. The Beyerdynamic MMX 330 Pro. Let me know what you think it sound in the comment section below. I do have a sound comparison test coming up. I'm going to compare this against the DT700 Pro X. I think that's probably the most adequate comparison I can make here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But for me, this is probably the headset to go with. Yeah, I just love Beyerdynamic. Their build quality is good, comfort, very comfortable, sound quality is very solid at this price, and very decent microphone on this headset, and overall, not much to complain about. So that's it. And this is the open back version, so it even has better soundstage too, compared to the MMX 300 Pro or the DT700 Pro X. So, yep, I think this will be good for me when I'm traveling or playing at another friend's house or something like that. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think, and stay tuned for the sound comparison test. And that's always. Thanks for watching.